Howdy everybody, and welcome back to Malenia's Arsenal, the series where we fight Malenia in NG7 with every single weapon. In this episode, we'll be using the Obsidian Lamina. Before we get into it though, I'd just like to ask if you enjoy the content, please do leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and leave a comment if you want to choose what's next. Obsidian Lamina now. Let's get into it, shall we? It is an obsidian blade, which is really cool, because obsidian's a cool rock, guys. That's all I can say. Silica, SiO2. I'm big into it. Anyway, signature weapon of pure blood, Knight Ansbach, a viciously keen and slender scythe made for combat. The obsidian edge relies not upon trickery to fulfill its violent purpose. Through skill alone, the wielder can rip and rend through foes, sowing blossoms of red upon the battlefield. Has unique weapon art as well. That weapon art says, a finesse evasive skill that creates space to maneuver. Inputs dictate direction of the backstep. Follow up with strong attack. With strong attack, yeah, to perform an advancing upward slash. Press strong attack again to bring the weapon back down. I have to say, I think Scythes, Reapers, as the weapon class is actually called, I think they're one of the best weapon classes for Malenia, just in general. I think this one might be a little bit on the shorter end, but it has a couple really good things going for it. For one, also look at this damage already, my goodness. It's faster, or about the same speed as a greatsword. Gets the damage of the same idea. I'm running Lord of Blood's Exaltation, by the way, instead of Blessed Blue Dew, just because I thought I'd expect to bleed her once or twice. But I'll try and show off Dynastic Sickle play. But yeah, everything about Scythes, I think, fulfill what you want to have against Malenia. It has a fast R1 that can be used on reaction when needed. It has a lunging forward R1 that reaches rather far as well. Ooh, I could die here for that. Both of those are really powerful against Malenia. On top of that, it has a 4-combo moveset, which I think is all you need for Malenia in terms of a weapon to be most optimal. That way you can react to her dashing to the side, typically, and you can interrupt her from doing big things like that. It has bleed. I really think this weapon is going to be very strong overall in general because of all these things. I will say, I can already tell, compared to the Grave Scythe, it is definitely shorter. But I don't think that's that big a deal. Although I will say I've already whiffed a couple times because of it. The bleed is actually, even though this thing is used by Ansbach, follower of Moog, like it has lower bleed than the average bleed scythe does, funny enough. But that's just because it's not, or it's a somber weapon, is really why. Let's go ahead and try this out. Wow, holy cow, dude. Look at that damage. I don't care that I got hit. Okay, I misunderstood which direction I would dash. Okay. This thing's good. And that weapon art, very good. I didn't think I would be dashing in the direction that I was moving in. I thought I would be dashing backwards. So it's the reverse of the Bloody Hellas, I do believe. Can we get out of this? Yes, we can. Now the only thing is I'm not running Blessed Blue Dew, so if she decides to waterfowl now, yeah, I've only got one more use of that to protect me. We'll heal and then we're going to space a little bit. Okay. Just making sure she doesn't go for Attack of the Clones. Okay. I think if I were to do this again, I would actually run a weapon art build. You also get iframes on that weapon art, by the way, if you weren't aware. That's incredibly strong. That's okay. We didn't track fully, but that's okay. Oh, this also has a unique R2, by the way, that I just haven't shown off yet. I could show it off here, probably. No, I was... Oh, I missed the backstab timing. That's okay. We'll circle around her, and then when she recovers, we're going to see about using the charged R2, so I can show it off to you. Alright. It hits twice, which is very nice. We can try and outspace this, yeah. I'm not great at dodging it. She's gonna clones here, right? She didn't clones. She clones instead right after. I'm dead here, dude. Yeah, that was my bad. She did a really awkward timing on clones, which made me not predict it at all. I don't know why she did a single slash first and then clones. And I died for it. So let's actually swap off of this. I think we could run a completely different build. We want Alexander Jarshard. We still want that because it's bonus damage, but we want Blessed Blue too. And I think you can play really mean against her and just not respect a lot of what she does because of the weapon art. Like, she's sprinting at us, so she's... Oh, never mind. I was going to say she's likely to lead with a lunging slash. You just don't have to respect it, though, right? Like, it's also super cheap if you don't hit R2. It only costs 7 to use. Like that, see? Alright, we're out of stamina, though. Or that, except we missed the... That's okay, though. Yeah, see. Okay. I can see how you can get a lot of mileage out of this weapon art, that's for sure. Ooh, she could have done a flip on me and just hurt me. That's okay. Don't know if you can actually dodge command grabs. I'm just not going to risk it. So right there. Okay. So the iframes only last so long, but one thing I need to check now. I'm adjusting, by the way, to using the weapon art instead of dodging. If I hit R1, then weapon art, how fast does it cancel out? Compared to if I do... I think that's about the same timing, right? Also, this weapon art looks so cool when you ready it. Anyway. Overall, I actually think this weapon's good. It's just the lower range is awkward, but beyond that, it's very good, and I'm just playing with it. I'm having fun with it is what's happening. That's why I'm dying. I'm getting distracted by how cool and flashy it is. So she's gonna lunge, and then we can just, like, yeah, do that. Or this. We traded there, but that's like a fine trade, honestly. I'm getting distracted by this thing. That's what's happening. And then we'll heal here. Wow, dude, I'm so spoiled by that Crimson Seed +1 talisman. It's crazy how much that increases your healing by. Yeah, I was thinking we might bleed here. Alright. So there's still end lag on the dodge, specifically, so you have to be careful about that. But beyond that, like... I don't know how many iframes you get. If it's anywhere close to... Okay, so you are stuck in that if you don't try to cancel it. If it's anywhere close to Vow, it's really strong. Even if it's like 2/3 of what Vow is, right? Like... You can just dance around everything she does, pretty much. This one's a huge punish, by the way. That alone, that's a pretty big one. This weapon gives you an answer to respecting her jumping slash, which I absolutely adore that. There we go. We'll do an R2 here. I think the big selling point of the R2 with the double slash is that it is multi-hit, so you get a little bit of extra bleed build up on it is the big thing there. I was gonna say we're probably gonna stance break her soon. It felt like it. You got a stamina regen, but like... you know what? I want to try Dynastic Sickle play to dodge it, but I just don't know, you know? I'm still a little bit of a wuss when it comes to risking that kind of hit. That's okay, I'll take that trade. We'll circle around her. There we go. This weapon feels very good in general, though. I like it a lot. I'm just biased towards sickles as part of it, I know. Well, I also... like, it looks cool, too. Like... Whoa! Yep. I mistimed my vow. I'm sorry, guys. This weapon's actually ending up going to be, like, one of the worst weapons I've had in recent memory. Just because I'm being so reckless with it. What to do, huh? I think the weapon's very good. I think the range, like, let's compare real quick. It's really hard to see this weapon, dude. Never mind. I take that back. We're not comparing right now. Running R2 is normal. Crouching R1 is normal. Which means rolling R1 is normal. All that stuff's normal. Ooh, that hit me too. I don't know if I can cancel out to actually get a roll from that. I gotta practice that. I mean, like, that's 1,200 damage on just a single hit. That's really good. That also gives you iframes. She's probably gonna waterfowl here? Yeah. Just like any dodge, though, mistiming vow is just the same concept, right? It's on me completely in that point. That's okay, it happens. Looks like you don't get a damage bonus off of the R1 from Shard of Alexander, even though it makes you flash a little bit still. That's okay, not a big deal. We're just gonna keep going in, yeah. We're gonna go for 2 here instead of 3 this time. Woo, that was close to hitting us. We'll just do a charge or 2 from the stance break. Like, that's pretty comparable damage. Okay, so you can just dodge using that. She fell on me for massive damage there. Did you see that? Wait just a second, I gotta adjust something and then go to phase 2. Oh, thank you for turning me around, game. I was a little bit slow on the menuing, but that should be okay. Alright. Okay, so if I mash roll, I can get out of it pretty easily. We delayed there to recover stamina, that's why that looked so jank. Alright. Right, I can actually Dynastic Sickle play to dodge that. You see, like, if I go back to my instincts on how to fight her, I'm never going to use this weapon art, even though it's so cool and very good. Oh, come on, dude! So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the only one you need to dodge is that last one, with how I dodge it. Took me forever to learn that, though. At least has me hopeful that since she used Attack the Clone so early, she'll probably play a little more passive now. We're gonna heal off of that one, actually. As you can see, she's kind of stuck in that kick animation for a very long time. She has to pose afterwards and make herself look really strong. There we go. Charged R2. You get so much time out of that, so... I think we got her this time. We'll see. She's probably gonna do something silly and just beat me, because I've said that now. Oh. That was me getting a little over-aggressive, but that's okay. Alright, don't mess that up. Would you look at that? Okay. I didn't feel safe. I won't lie. I was expecting Attack of the Clones. Whoops, I didn't do another follow-up. Whoops. I intended to. I just forgot to do the input. My bad. Alright, so we got her. It only took us like 15 minutes, which is like 3 times longer than the average fight, 2 or 3 times longer. But that's on me, not the weapon, truthfully. I think we're just gonna go fight Gideon, and then we're not even gonna worry about R'Lana. I'm kind of sad. I'm thinking I'm just gonna stick to the base game for now until I can eventually climb back up to 20 Scattered Tree Blessings. The difference in damage and defense is so massive that I think it truly matters. I think is the thing. I think this weapon would probably make Gideon easier as well. It has really good reach on the weapon art. Hey, by the way, if you use this without locking on, it makes you spin backwards. Does a Bloody Hellas actually cause you to go forward? I've never actually used that thing. I don't even know where these things are, dude. Yeah, here we go. It might, honestly. It says securing distance, though, so it sounds like it moves you backwards. Overall, I like this weapon, though. I think it's very good. And it's pretty. And I really like the flat 400 scaling I get when I'm two-handing it right now. But let's go ahead and beat up Gideon. I think this one shouldn't be too bad. I knew you'd come. I know you knew. There we go. I like that damage is pretty good, huh? And then he bled already, so like... Okay, that was pretty cool. Even if it cost me him healing. Alright. Could probably do it on his last one, but you have to wait for that one. I just want to use this weapon art a ton, apparently. No. Have you noticed, by the way, when you do the R1 follow-up, it's actually a unique attack that causes you to step forward a couple of times. It's actually super slow, I would say, but that's okay. God, I hate the Gideon fight sometimes. It's so boring. You just hit R1 and then let him roll and then hit R1 again. It's not super exciting, huh? Lord. This really does look like Obsidian. Did you guys know Obsidian is really cool? So it comes from volcanoes, right? It's volcanic glass is typically what it's called. It's actually, even though it is black, it is super felsic instead of mafic. Typically, the darker a rock is when it comes to igneous rocks is determined by silica content, right? Ultra mafic being typically darker, and then ultra felsic usually being lighter. But when you break it and you streak it and stuff, it streaks light, and it actually has a sheen to it of being light. Anyway. Oh, I just entered some sort of trance or something. I don't know what just happened. I'm talking about rocks, dude. If you didn't know, and I guess I don't talk about it that often, my degree, I actually have a degree, and it is in geology of all things, which I used to be an engineer now, but it did get me an engineering job at least, which is pretty neat, but I would much rather be, like, playing with rocks all day. Anyway, let's go fight Godfrey, shall we? This cool guy who probably will totally respect my scythe play. I tried. I tried to dodge there. Whoops. I think if you unlock, yeah, you can just sidestep that, which is always cool. The one thing I'm really liking about this too, especially, is just how little FP it costs to use. I can swing just like he does, honestly. I'm gonna just back up and heal here. We haven't gotten a bleed on him yet, which means he's probably gonna bleed pretty soon. Yeah, there it was. Let's do it. Let's do the follow-up as well. Step on my flashy movement. Alright, I see. I get it. I think I hit R1 a little late there, but that's okay. Ooh, look at that! We got the stance break. We're gonna steal it by... Or we're not gonna actually do the stance attack, the stance break repost. Just so that we get better positioning here. Whoops, that's right. This moves you as... I tried unlocking so that I could move in a different direction, and because of that it moved me backwards. That's okay. We made it out. We're okay. I hit R1 way too early there, but that's okay. One of these R1s is gonna hit if I just keep swinging on him, you know? Whoa. He moves really far forward on that last one, so if you're trying to get a heal off of that, you gotta be a little careful. That hit me. Apparently. Alright. Whoa! What the heck? I didn't see that hit at all, dude. Oh no. Goodbye, guys. It was nice knowing you, dude. Rip me in half, why don't you? That's okay. This weapon was very fun, and typically I think I perform especially worse with weapons that I'm starting to enjoy, and then I get distracted by how fun they are. I typically don't like the dodging weapon arts. I don't even think you get iframes during the end of it. Also, it looks really bad with my armor. I'm sorry. The stance looks really bad with this Loretta helmet on. I don't know why. Anyway, I'm actually going to call it there. This episode's still about full length for me anyway. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you very much for watching. This weapon was a good time. Did I compare range, by the way? I don't know, I feel like the Great Scythe ends up being a lot longer. You can see also, though, like, the other ones are just longer, too. I think every other scythe. Yeah, this thing's short. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.